Hey everyone, so here's the worksheet for today for the sub. Now again, we're going to take these, and if you have the worksheet or if you can print it, that's nice. If not, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to draw these three hangers on there, and then I'm going to talk about them. Okay. So again, they're actually pretty simple to draw. Let me go ahead and draw number one. So one thing about these hanger problems is they are meant to be equal. Like whatever's on the left side weighs the same as what we have on the right side. Okay, so I'm going to start drawing this, and then actually, you know what? That's a 5, and these are x's. And the challenge is to figure out what these weigh. And see, and then on the other side, we have this big weight, and this big weight is 17. Okay, so let me, if you read number one, the question, it says this hanger is in balance. There are two labeled weights of 5 grams and 17 grams. The two circles each have the same weight. Okay. And then part A says write an equation that represents the diagram. So in part A, we have the left side and we have the right side. On the left side we have two x's, and that's pretty obvious. There's 2 x's, and in math that's easy. It represented just 2x. And then we also have a weight that's 5. So we have 2 x's plus a 5-pound weight. And again, it's balanced, so that equals the 17 on the other side, right? And then part B, you can't see this right now, but part B says, what is the weight of each circle? What is the weight of each circle? Now what I did for my other kids is I said, since I know they're equal, I want to make them equal. So watch, I'm gonna take this 17, and I'm actually gonna draw it over here on this side. I'm going to take this 17, and instead of having it as one big rectangle, I'm going to rewrite it so it looks like this one. Because I know this side is equal to this side, so I think, hey, let's make it equal, right? So I know this one has a 5, so I know this is 5. And now that I took 5 from the 17, I don't have 17 anymore. If I take 5 out of 17, then I'm left with 12. Right? Because the 12 and the 5 make the 17. And then what you have to think, well, you want to put the same amount in that circle and in that circle. So if you take 12 and divide it up into 2 circles, well, hopefully you think, hey, 6 needs to go in there and 6 needs to go in there. And then hopefully you're like, hey, I know what x equals, right? X is 6, x is 6, and then both of these are 5, and together all these 3 equal the 17. So I know x equals 6. Right, so my part B, the unknown weight was 6. So I'm going to pause this real quick and then copy the other hanger problems, and then we're going to solve them. Okay, hopefully that made sense. Hopefully after these next two, it'll make more sense. So here's the next two. Hopefully you remember first and last name, and then the worksheet number. I didn't mention that a second ago, but hopefully you put that on your paper. And again, the first thing we have to do on both of these is part A. And part A says write an equation that represents each hanger diagram. Okay, I forgot to put the x's in there. And then again, it's pretty much the left side equals the right side. So if you look at the left side on number 2, you have 1, 2, 3 x's. So I know we have 3 x's, and then also we have this 5-pound weight down here. And then that equals, on the right side you have 14 and 3. Instead of writing 14 plus 3, let's go ahead and just put 17. 17. Because I know 14 plus 3 is 17, right? So then the equation for number 3, I'm going to write the equation first. And then I can go back through and figure out what x equals. Okay, for both of them. So then for number 3 we have 1, 2, 3 x's. And then we have that 4-pound weight, so 3x plus 4. And then on the other side, all of this equals 13. Okay, so let's figure out what x equals now. And then if I solve it the way I solved number 1 a second ago, I said, hey, well, let's take this right side and make it look like the left side over here. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to take and make 3 circles and then a square block. Now I don't know what's inside here, but I do know this square block has 4, so I'm going to put 4 here. Now that means I'm taking 4 out of the 13 and putting it in here. And when I do that, 13 take away 4, then I'm left with 9. And then I know I need to take the 9 and split it up and put it into these 3 circles evenly. So you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if you do that, you realize you're gonna put 3 in each of these. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9. And that's how you split up the 13 that was originally there. I know 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 is 13. And now the left side and the right side look the same. And we can say, let's see, here we go. The left side and the right side look the same, and it's obvious that x equals 3. See, x is 3. So I know here, for number 3, we have x equals 3. Okay. And then let's solve number 2 that way. So instead of having these 2 rectangular blocks, I'm going to split them up into 3 circles and a 5 block. Okay. Now instead of having 14 and 3, remember we added those and just had 17? So I know we have 17 here. Let me block that out and say 17. Now 5 of the 17 has to go in here because I know that's a 5, so that has to be a 5. So then you're left with 12. Again, because 12 and 5 make 17, right? So you're left to 12, and the 12 has to be split up into these 3 circles. So think 12 divided by 3. Well, 12 divided by 3 is 4. So again, now we don't have this anymore. Our 17 is 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 5. And the left side looks like the right side. You have 5 equals 5. So that means x equals 4, x equals 4, x equals 4. So that means x equals 4. Okay. And I had that answer. If you need to rewind it to watch it, rewind it to watch it. But for that one, we got x equals 6. I'm going to continue the video for the other ones in a second.